Hello.
Good evening. How are y'all doing? We had a bonkers day yesterday.
Yes, so thank you very much if you did come down to the Harry Potter quiz we had.
I spent the 2 hours before the quiz literally getting rid of all the spammers. But as quick as one would come in, which I deleted and banned, another two appeared. It went absolutely mental for 2 hours before it. And then there was some trying to do it through the quiz, but we got rid of them.
Indeed. Baggy Beaver, happy 7th birthday to Tilly.
Happy birthday, Tilly.
Right.
What you do?
Making sure my keyboard's on.
Doesn't look to be.
It is.
Oh.
Sorry about the YouTube going live earlier. My mistake.
Yes.
Someone had set it to auto on.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Well, I didn't touch it. Don't blame me. Starting already.
Good evening, Carrie Lee. Hello, Charlie,
Good
on all
evening.
the platforms.
Apparently, we got sent a message. There is a Beavis and Bacon festival, which someone sent thinking it was very funny to me. I've got this feeling about this bacon nonsense. Basically, it is what's the term? Hate prejudice. Just because I've got no sense of smell, it's disabled prejudice. Because I've got no sense of smell, you're all taking the mick.
Good evening to Cliff. No snow here. It's snowing here.
It's snowing here, it's not sticking. We're too
Well, it's
close
sticking it a little bit.
to the sea. Not
Good
properly.
evening. Surprised you're not still going through the shout-out, says Matt. Indeed.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The shout-outs we had yesterday was a little bit bonkers.
Yeah.
But what we loved about it was all the kids that got involved. Lots of young kids involved. Quite a few of them were allowed to... got special dispensation to stay up that little bit longer.
Beaver and Bacon, not Beavis and Bacon.
And was it? No, I guess it's who sent it then.
All that for Tracy and Charlie Kitching and Southern Spain near Malaga. So enjoy the HP quiz. Thank you. You're very welcome.
Yes.
Oh, also, good news. I didn't tell you this. We're now a Twitch affiliate. We had so many people subscribe to our Twitch yesterday, we can now monetize it.
Get onto Twitch. We can make money out of it. It'll help. Those of you who can't subscribe, can't donate to us, just have Twitch running in the background.
I can even press a button and an advertisement will play. How cool is that? Yeah, so again, sorry about the YouTube going live. There were about 9 people watching it when I realised it was on. I was like, oops, sorry. And then I ended it. So yeah.
Stupid boy.
I know. All good now, though.
But I have got my stirrer, my porridge stirrer, if necessary.
Stop doing that, please. You're making me on edge. What's tonight's theme, says Michael Oliver? It's a general knowledge theme tonight.
It's a complete mixed bag.
Mondays and Fridays is always general knowledge sort of rounds. We'll have 4 different rounds on 4 different subjects.
Though Fridays are always brought to you by a certain letter, which next time, well, you'll find out once we do round 4.
Yes. Hi, Amy on YouTube.
Hi, Michael on YouTube saying awesome. I'm trying to work out where that was from.
Hi, Mark and Big Bang Theory fan. I swear to God. You, my friend. Right.
That's a good one, Trevor. Although not as good as the one you came up with the Harry Potter quiz. I thought that was really good.
Did you do the marathon?
No, I haven't done any marathons.
Okay, that's good.
No marathon today.
Then I shall copy it over
It's
now.
been a bit rushed.
Understandably, we were a little bit late waking up tonight as we were absolutely knackered from last night's quiz. Good evening, Joan.
Even though it finished early.
Yeah, even though it did finish earlier, yeah. So that thing though now, I think tomorrow's going to be our Saturday.
Yes.
We're going to chill out a little bit tomorrow as we've had 2 big quizzes, one after the other. And then it's all on with our new schedule, which need to put up today or tomorrow, really.
Yeah, I'll put it up tomorrow.
Hi, from Snowy Perthshire. Hi, Claire Lennon. I had both samples of the whiskey that you sent us, the little bottles. Really, really nice. Thank you so much for that.
I'm having the gins, but I'm holding on to them to when I'm allowed to drink. What day is it today? It is the...
February the 8th.
So that has been 39 days since I've drunk alcohol. We've got Caroline and Dave joining us for the first Monday quiz.
Greetings.
Greetings to you two.
Tonight is the return of a round that was revamped, shall we say, and then came back with a brand new face.
Yes.
And then now it's the second time we're doing it, so hopefully you'll enjoy that one. And we're going to take some of your feedback on board from last time. If you're joining us on Catch Up, there's 5 minutes and 10 seconds left until we get onto the intro. What up, Nathan Reader?
Oh, that's great.
Over on the YouTube.
And one thing we did notice was the fact that so many people last night shared the live videos or liked the live videos. It pushed us on the algorithms massively. It did a huge, which I think is what partly attracted all the spammers.
Yes.
Yeah, we will basically, unless it's a Quiz Actually link, just don't click it.
Yeah.
Unless we've said so otherwise.
Hopefully we will block most of them now. Unfortunately, I had to do a blanket ban of most of the places which the people were from. So, unfortunately, if you were a Taiwanese watcher and you were doing it legitimately, unfortunately, you will be blocked. Just because I've had to do that. Because there's so many of them. They pop up every 5 seconds. Did you play yesterday and come back for more? Said Caroline to the other Caroline. Thank you. We've had a donation already. Thanks so much. If you do want to donate, it is down in the bottom corner there. It's not bottom corner, it's the top corner up there. PayPal.me/quiz actually. Thank you so much.
I noticed our German friends from Munich are in and watching. What's your weather like there? Because you're normally snowy to start with. So how bad is it there? Apparently 4 to 10 centimetres here has put parts of the country completely cut off. Which I know you'll find absolutely ridiculous in Germany.
Hi Sarah, in front of the fire with a rose in your mouth. Lovely.
It's got warmer, hasn't it? I put a warmed... Well, this is my second top of the today.
We haven't had the Clutie yet, Claire. No. Chrissy Fields, hi Alex and Mark. Really missed you in the quiz. Sadly had a family loss, hence not being here. Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, sorry, Chris. Sorry to hear that.
Sorry, Chrissy. Hope you enjoy yourself now. Hope that you're feeling better soon. Hi everyone, this is Kathy. And the other Kathy said good evening. There's lots of Kathys and Carolines tonight. Fantastic.
Yes, we've got a new person tonight. Backler. Caroline Backler, if you can give her a nice welcome. And our usual for our newbies.
And we've got a Rosie Worrell, who's first time out of one of quizzes. Hello.
So, hello to Rosie as well, please, people.
Indeed. Thank you very much. You know who you are. I've just sent the donation in. Thank you so much. Good evening, Quiz Actually family. Yes, that's what we all are here. One big family. The snow in Hove is rubbish. None of fun, just cold and ice. Yeah.
That is very true, actually. Yeah, we don't get the decent stuff.
Hello, Jackie Cartwright.
We're doing well.
We are. Feeling very exuberant after our Sunday quiz Harry Potter one.
It went better than we thought it would. The numbers we attracted, and we were hoping to get some of the youngsters involved, and they were there in their droves.
Well, the youngest was 3 and the oldest was 102 apparently.
And they were taking the mick out of the parents as well, which was what we were wanting.
Hello, Blarina. Good evening from Kerno. We're here raring to go.
Well, we've got 2 minutes to go.
1 minute and 52 seconds. Thank you very much for another donation. Thanks so much. Just made it, Crafty Craig. Not a moment too soon. Fiona McLeod says, hello to all the newbies. Indeed. Bev on YouTube says, good evening. I was faced with a layer of snow on my journey home from my bubble house after watching Super Bowl at 4 a.m. It made it home safe though. Good.
Yeah, all this talk about this Super Bowl.
Superb owl.
This is Super Bowl. Is it sort of a special of Bake Off where they brought all the winners back for one competition?
Told you, it's a superb owl. Last night was insane. Just the amount of people watching it was like your first online quiz you did. Yeah. Hello, Sam. We're good. How are you?
Yeah, and thanks, Sarah, for helping us out with the checks on that yesterday. Your comments and which we pinned and etc. was really helpful to us. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
We were a bit inundated right at the start.
Yeah. One post we had on our Facebook had 311 comments, all from spammers.
The weirdest one for me was the spammers. Was because I'd noticed that we were getting spammers. I put it up both on my personal profile because they'd hit that as well as on the Quiz Actually one, to say beware the spammers. Do not click anything that isn't from Quiz Actually. And they were actually spamming that about 40 times.
And also our Twitter was hacked.
Yes.
We did 2 retweets of some biblical verses that were in Singapore script for some reason.
Yes.
Yeah, we have stopped the shout-outs yet. Ryan, yeah, it was we got a bit inundated. We were like, oh, we should do some shout-outs, and it got to the point where we were like, maybe we should stop doing shout-outs.
Well, the shout-outs, there were certain people we were wanting shout-outs all the time, so we just did all the new ones. But a lot of it was for the kids, and you can't ignore the kids, can you?
No. Let me just get that there. So, now do that. Right, let's kick off then, and with our usual fare. Pause the music.
Pause the music.
Pause the music. There is the intro screen. I haven't changed our names this week. We've been too busy. We're still Wayne and Garth tonight. Right, so it is time for the next bit.
Yeah, for the next bit. So what you may have noticed on our social media accounts, on all of them, we've been putting factoids. A daily bit of nonsense, but true, of things that we thought would be fun to put in there. If you like it and share it, it helps us immensely. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Well, people say they are enjoying them. Someone says that they wait every day at 4 o'clock to get there on there so they can share it on their page.
They do go live at 4 p.m. every day.
Every day. And I am trying to find the weirdest and wackiest things in the world. Charlie spent most of the quiz trying to stop people putting answers in the comments and trying to get you donations, and it worked. We did get quite a few donations last night, which was really nice. And it was all those £2s and £3, which is really good.
It really does make a huge difference. Munich is out of the whirlpool and ready. Have you got snow around your whirlpool, Hannah's?
Right, we shall button the intro first, and we'll see you in just a minute.
'Cause we like to play, don't you know? We won't go straight to the floor. Smashing the glass and then a stupid argument. Something they said and because he didn't like it. Even though that he hardly even knows you. Doesn't care 'cause he's barely even sober. Doesn't know what you're doing, what you're saying. Something's brewing in the air, you can feel it tonight. You're not alright. 'Cause when he's broken and bleeding, he speaks without speaking. He says he'll fight to defeat them. And then he takes it to the street end until he's broken and bleeding. I speak but I'm speechless. It happens every weekend. Happens every weekend. 'Cause we like to play, don't you know? We won't go straight to the floor. 'Cause we like to play, don't you know? We like to play, don't you know? We like to play, don't you know?
And a look, I just thought of an extra bonus point.
Oh, here we go.
An extra bonus point each time. On the intro, when it runs with the rounds that we're doing, it's 2 whites and a grey colour that are on those bars that run out. Work it out in your teams before we run it, and the teams that get what colour the middle bar is going to be that week can have a bonus point. Let's randomise it a little bit.
All right. There we go. I've panned us down a little bit because we were very low then. It looked like I was leaning over the wall for something. There we go. Right, so that was your intro. I'll clear that off. We've got Justice for Jackie Weaver on Twitch, their team name.
I like it.
They don't appear twice.
Actually, no, Justice for Jackie Weaver. Yeah, and Britney Spears. Just delete them. Get rid of them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Jackie Weaver is the woman who controlled the council meeting that kicked the councillors off.
Yeah, right, okay. Someone sent us a donation and said, that's an important year. Right.
And we can't actually see who that is yet until we look
I've
later.
got a feeling I know who it is. Anyway, right, let's get on then with round number 1. Charlie says they don't appear twice, so maybe it's a problem with... maybe you're following us on Instagram as well. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Round number 1 is all about...
Music.
It's like words, but with a tune. Can you please read... please wish Tilly a happy 7th birthday. I believe we did already, Frank.
Yeah.
You might have missed it. Happy birthday, Tilly. Why is it starting again? Get out of here, you creep. Bev says, don't forget shoutouts tonight on Twitch. I think we'll be leaving those out. Someone tried
We actually had it on all 3 as well. We had so many people on Twitch. It was brilliant.
Oh, we'll get Frank's shoutouts though. We'll stick with Frank's. Yeah, the one that you sometimes said you didn't need, and then you came crawling back to. Right, I'm going to do evens for this one.
This is me now looking down to see what he's giving me. Let's start with the first one. Who was the lead singer of the Supremes?
They were good then, weren't they? You might say they were supreme.
But they were cowards. They were chicken supremes.
Wow, can you believe you only just thought of that? Fantastic.
Waves and sand. I don't get that one.
Waves in the sand, I guess.
I have no idea.
Look at that, you're on the no secco. I'm just on a regular cup of tea.
No alcohol.
I said no secco. Or Nespresso, as you like to call it. Number 2. Which female artist became the first to win all 4 major Grammy Awards last year, collecting Record of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist? So lots on there. Yes. Let's check on the old YouTube.
YouTube.
See if we're going... Okay, that's fair enough. Got a lot more on YouTube than we've got on Facebook. It was kind of making me a bit worried there. But I think most people have navigated to YouTube, which is what we wanted.
I think we have done a lot of quizzes though recently. People might be dropping out a little bit.
Yeah, I might be bored of us already. The Bertie mentioned things at the beach, so I joined in, and Julius just says dog poo. Hi to Suzanne, Martin and Layla.
Hello. Question number 3. Which American hip-hop duo had a 1986 hit with Push It?
What?
It doesn't matter. You missed it.
All right. I would doff my cap, but I'm not wearing one. I'll put one on so you can take it off. Dux om here, says Christopher on YouTube. I don't know what that means.
I think it might be a typo.
Richard says sharks. How is it?
It's basically Ocean Gate tonight, isn't it? Oh no, Seaside Gate. Deck chairs now.
I don't know what you started, Bertie, but I wish you wouldn't. Moving on, number 4.
Question 4.
Number 4. At what time of year did Eddie Cochran get the blues? Having a sing-along in the Lennon house. They aren't loving my singing. Oh. Yeah, we were debating when we started this whether we'd do a karaoke night or a quiz night. Luckily, we went for quiz nights.
Question 5. Which H is the simultaneous combination of musical notes to create a pleasing effect?
Wow. He did all right with that, didn't he?
Patronising git.
I like how you managed to get simultaneous combination right, but then you also went notes.
Oh, it's getting a bit mental on Beachgate now. We've got oil on pebbles and plastic bottles.
Hashtag Exxon Valdez disaster. I don't know. I see. Seagulls. What is going on?
Well, apparently, speaking of seagulls, can I just mention it? That in Brighton, it's not a thing. In Brighton, there is going to be a chip hat challenge, which is going to be on the beach. I think it's sometime in August or something like that. They're planning it, and basically you have chips on top of your head as you run down the beach. Obviously, with the vicious seagulls that we have in Brighton, that is going to be one hilarious situation.
Shout out to H from Steps. Moving on. Number 6.
We're on 6. We've just done 5, 6, and then we've got 7 and 8 coming up.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week. Rubbish.
What do you mean, rubbish?
Number 6. Let me just get the question out, for Christ's sake. Drink your drink. Number 6. Who was all about that bass in 2014? Who was all about that bass in 2014?
Count Basie?
Don't give any clues. That sounds like a suicide mission, says Zachary. Angela Fowler's just given a zipped face and a cross-eyed. Crabs, said Richard Warner.
Yeah. If you're not in the Brighton area, the seagulls in Brighton are particularly vicious.
One of them used to stay outside one of our windows and just stare at us until we came outside, and then he'd try and crap on us.
Well, next door, in the old house, the next door used to feed it through the window. And then when she moved away, it would tap on the window to get food. And then when she moved away, obviously it didn't happen, it started tapping on our window as well, demanding food. Question number 7. Which watery lunar song won Best Song Oscar for Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Steve says, make a seagull bird bath in your garden by getting a paddling pool and filling it with old chips and sick. I did look online once for the recipe. I said I asked if seagulls actually tasted nice because the massive birds. You'd think if you could eat them, it'd be great. But apparently, someone's had for a recipe for seagulls is to get a seagull, tie it down to a plank of wood, season it with salt and pepper, put it in the oven for 350 degrees for 10 minutes. Take the seagull off and eat the plank because it'll taste better than a seagull.
Right.
Apparently, Llandudno in North Wales, seagulls are just as bad, if not worse, as Charlie Fowler. We'll put them together. We'll get some Llandudno seagulls and some Brighton ones and we'll go to war.
Yeah, instead of a bird pit, we'll have a seagull pit.
A seagull attacked me today for my Greg's donut. They've got a good taste at least. Do it along riding in the cycle then instead, said Jeff. And then it might get a bit of use. Number 8. Which Canadian rock band had a hit song with How You Remind Me in 2001?
A little bit of political humour there.
I forgot we've also got a Zoom tonight. It might be the hardest Zoom we've ever done.
The Zoom?
Yes.
Oh, the Zoom.
It might be the hardest we have ever done.
Well, I'm going to have a go, because I don't know what this is, so I'll have a go along with you guys to see if I can get it.
Chip Hat Challenge, an event looking for insurance.
Question number 9. Gang Signs and Prayer was the title of the 2017 debut album from which English rapper?
Hastings ones used to break car windows. Good God, Angela. However did you survive?
I think that's a lie. I think it was actually the 6-year-olds in Hastings. And they blame the seagulls. Not that I'm casting any aspersions in the Hastings direction.
Other towns are available.
Other towns are available. For humour. Question 10.
Number 10. Name the song with these lyrics. Really?
Sorry. I was just topping up the Noseko. No, that's at the end, Fran. It's an end of week. End of day.
Are you okay?
Mm.
I don't think you are.
I think so. I'm getting there. It's been a weird weekend. Yesterday. It really took it out of me because it was just so you were doing all your stuff that you need to do here on the technical side, and I was just frantically trying to get rid of the spammers and deleting messages and all that sort of stuff. There was one woman who actually said she's got cheaper tickets that she could sell.
Cheaper than free? My God.
Yeah.
We pay you. Right, okay. Let's get on with your recap then. Or your recap, as it is called.
Fran will explain that when we get to round 4.
Indeed. Right, put the music on. We'll leave the music on as we normally do because I think it fills the silence a little bit. Right.
Enjoy the silence. That was Depeche Mode.
Yes, I know. Okay, there we go. And the donate's there. If you'd like to donate, it's paypal.me/quizactually. Thank you if you do. If you can't donate, sharing, retweeting, liking, subscribing is always very, very helpful. If you are on YouTube, liking the video is the best thing for a new channel like us to get out there more. We found out through our demographics that over 30% of the people watching our Harry Potter quiz yesterday found us completely through YouTube's algorithm. So the more you like it, the more we get out there to everybody else.
There endeth the lesson. It's bossy tonight, isn't it? Do you not think?
Thank you, Fran. not moving on.
Should be.
Amy says, that's amazing. I love data like nerd. That's not moving on. Nope.
You've not set it properly, have you?
This is your job, my friend. You must stop with that thing. You make so much noise on the microphone.
See what I mean? Bossy tonight. Mr. Bossy Boots.
There's no effing rounds, says Paul. There's lots of rounds tonight. We're going to bet there's no effing rounds.
No, there's no effing round. R-O-U-N-D.
I know that. That's the joke.
Really?
Yeah, because subtlety doesn't really work for you.
No, it doesn't. I must admit, it doesn't. Yeah. I'm not good at, particularly in social situations, picking up subtle hints.
Yeah, the whole thing where people do, you know, they put your hands on knees, you go, right, and that's the code word for, I would really like to get out of the situation now. Never worked on Mark. You could literally go, I need to leave. You'd be like, anyway, let me tell you about this time I met Lisa Stansfield.
I did not.
It's that bad sometimes.
That's terrible. I'm not having that.
Hashtag Spurtle Noisegate, well remembered. I like that, and the nerd emoji was what you meant to type. I didn't hold out much hope for my answers now. I love it. I just read out your word like a nerd. It's supposed to be an emoji. Yeah. So we'll let that go through another time, I think, seeing as the slide didn't move on.
And round 2 is a bit quicker. But we'll take notes that we'll keep longer on the questions and less on the recap.
Did you meet at a quiz, Sarah?
Yeah, that was the other thing. On the quiz yesterday, so many people thought we were a couple. When we explained we were uncle and nephew, it was a case of, oh, it's just because of the banter between you two.
That's one word for it.
That was a funny moment yesterday.
I did like that when we said who's the oldest and who's the youngest player. He had like a 3-year-old and a 102-year-old. Whether they were lying or not, the fact that they said 102 was quite funny.
There's quite a few in the hundreds. There was at least 3 or 4 that were round about 100-year-old.
Sue Lawrence says, good evening both. I'm doing the quiz. Husband is expertly making pom-poms for our newly knitted woolly hats. A favourite childhood pastime of his. What an interesting pastime. Speaking of pom-poms...
We just want to know how many balls are in here. There's now 3 sizes in there. And the green ones don't show up properly.
No, unfortunately I haven't got the button nearby to do it. Or do I?
Do you? Can you switch that off?
Or are I? Oh yeah, I can. There we go.
That's Stargate ORI. There you go. It might make it a bit easier.
Again, I could just turn the green screen off, couldn't I?
There we go.
Sarah hates pom-poms because once she was inhaled one. It was all her own fault. She kept going like that to it, and then she inhaled one. So 30 years next month, said Rod. Yeah.
There was a weird trivia fact that I've half remembered.
Yes, Steve, they include all balls.
And it was on the Torval and Dean special when they went ice skating the Blair under the Northern Lights. And it was the fact that pom-poms should be removable for a specific reason, which I can't remember.
What a pointless story that was.
It was really.
Don't ever give us a story like that
I got lost with that one. Let's go with the answers.
Jesus Christ. That was so pointless.
Well, someone might remember saw that programme and remind me why it is that your pom-poms should be removable from the top of a beanie hat.
This is what your donations go towards, by the way.
Donna, I love you.
Which one is the uncle? Very good. Yeah. Oh, duck down. There you go. Music answers. Okay, so once again, these are all worth 2 points, as always. Off we go.
Who was the leader of the Supremes?
The leader, eh?
It was Diana Ross.
Diana Ross Geller. Number 2, the female artist that won all those awards last year was your girl Billie Eilish. Or Eyelash, as you said it twice.
Shut up.
Number 3, which American
hip hop duo had a hit with Push It? It was Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper in the house.
Number 4, at what time of year did Eddie Cochran get the blues? He got Summertime Blues. Summertime. Summertime. Can sit back and unwind.
Perhaps not.
It's Will Smith.
Just perhaps not. Which H is a simultaneous combination of musical notes to create a pleasing effect? It's, of course, a harmony.
I think before you tell me to please don't, maybe come up with ideas for stories before you actually start talking about them. Yeah, someone is pushing it real good.
It'll be a salt with a deadly pepper in a minute.
Number 6, who was all about that bass in 2014, it was Meghan Trainor.
Point for first name, point for surname.
As always, Meghan Trainor for number 6.
What did you train her in? Breakfast at Tiffany's. The clue was watery Luna, Moon River.
Radio 6 played Boom Shake the Room earlier, Steve Lamacq of all people. Something tells me Will Smith thought we were reporting that for copyright. He wouldn't even be able to detect it. So I assume he wouldn't be able to detect it. Number 8, the Canadian rock band that had a hit song with How You Remind Me in 2001 was Nickelback. Nickelback. The only one I knew? Harmony, Angela says. Number 9.
Gang Signs and Prayer were from Stormzy.
And number 10, the song with these lyrics, it is of course Uptown Funk. And I have an incredible talent to make any question relate to Uptown Funk.
Do you?
Yeah, don't believe me, just watch.
Sometimes I despair. Question 2 was Billie Eilish.
You nearly did it again, didn't you? You nearly said it again.
I think that's why Roy asked for the question again.
Look at this girl I missed. I was so nervous that I nearly kissed. How many Megans would Meghan Trainor train if Meghan Trainor could train Megans?
Apparently we have a lot of Stormzy questions. I'm not aware that we do.
Do we? When was the last Stormzy question we had?
Yeah, I'm not aware that we had a lot.
It really made me laugh. I saw an episode of Mastermind, and this old middle-aged woman, like her special subject was Stormzy. And I was thinking, she didn't say Stormzy, she must have said something else. And he started talking about his like Glastonbury thing, and she was like, yeah, his producer's called this. And he was like, what? She was like middle class, like middle-aged woman. She knew all about Stormzy. It was bizarre.
Kitchling's got 16. Kitchings even. Kitchens in the kitchen. 20 for the boaters.
Did you know that the point of pom-poms was because sailors used to wear them, and when sailors were out at sea in rough waters, it helped them as to give them extra protection for their heads. Do you also know why pirates wear eye patches?
Yes, we mentioned this before.
So when they go down below decks, they can take their eye patch off and see in the dark. Right, let's move on then. Totally misread number 7. Oh. Okay, right. There's one about his duo with Ed Sheeran not long ago. Ah, right. Well, we don't do a lot of Ed Sheeran because we're sick
I don't
of seeing him.
remember a question in the database about his duo with Ed Sheeran.
We do a lot of Ed Sheeran though, so we've actually stopped doing that for a while. 14 for us, you're far more hip than us, says Caroline to Sherry. Right, on to...
Number 2.
Round number 2.
Which is this.
Oops, sorry, that's a bit loud. So there you go. Each question has 5 top answers. How many will you get right?
And based off what you told us last time, you want more time on this bit and less time on the recap.
How many points per answer, says Donny? There were 2 points for every answer. This round is a little bit different. It's 1 point for every answer.
So your first one is this. Question 1. Name the 5 largest USA states by area. So you get a point for each that you get correct.
Thank you very much. I just had another donation in. Thank you so much.
And another one that said best wishes.
Frankie's back. We've still got 18. Says Bev.
Yes. Apparently, It's a misnomer that they're called Bev's Brainiacs. It should be called Frank's Brainiacs.
Apparently so.
Yes. If I was him, I'd demand prime billing, as it came out that he is the boffing on the team.
Donna got 20 in the first round. Lovely.
Well done for Donna.
That's Nick and Alex that are hip, said Sherry. I like that you were honest enough not to take the credit. No, it was definitely not me. Sorry, Sarah. Geography is a really fun one to do for top fives, though.
Have you read that one out?
Yes.
Oh. I was too busy checking on the next bit.
I read it about 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
So again, you're going to get 1 point for each that you name. You need to decide which of your answers you're going to do as your top 5. Because if you get that maybe the 6th top answer, you don't get anything.
Yes, but you're only allowed to state 5 actual answers.
Yeah. You can't get more than 5 answers, correct?
Sarah, it's America.
There are 5 questions to this round. Each question has 5 answers, Fran.
Looking for 5 answers from each question.
And they have 1 point for each correct answer.
Let's go on to number 2.
All right, number 2. Don't forget on this one, there is an extra long recap, so you've got plenty of time to get your answers down. Won't be as long as the other recap we've done. We'll do more space between the questions rather than...
You tell me I explain too much. Let's move on.
Hashtag girlfriend again complains about the subject gate.
Let's move on to the question.
Number 2. Name the top 5 countries on the medal table at the last Summer Olympics. So by number of medals scored.
Yeah, basically, the top 5 is both on gold position and on how many medals they got in total. But it's always, the medal table is always sorted by number of golds that teams get.
Yeah, so we mean the mass of states, Bertie. That's what we mean. What's the heaviest state? No, I mean the largest state by area. What's the heaviest state?
We did say by area.
Question 2 is 00000. Yes, the last Olympics actually happened, Charlie. It's not a trick question. I think it was something like when North Korea did it, they came back and told their state media that they won all the gold medals.
North Korea, yeah.
They just came out like, yeah, we won everything. So we won't go next year. So top 5 countries.
Thank you. We've had another small donation. Thank you very much.
Indeed. And the next one.
Number 3. Number 3 is this. Alex will put it on. Name the first 5 Cluedo rooms alphabetically, and that is from the original version. There's a virtual version which has different rooms, and this version has different rooms. We're after the quintessential Cluedo.
North Korea. Olympics, yeah, did it. Complete it. How many gold medals did you get? Yes. I love that Kim Jong-un book.
And he got them all.
That Kim Jong-un book, where Kim Jong-un apparently learned to fly when he was 5. He got hole in one 12 times in a row on the North Korean golf course. Yeah. He can speak 12 languages.
Well, basically, because that's when it goes round the corner for the actual hole in golf. And obviously he can't see it because of the trees, but obviously his officials pop it in the hole for him.
So the 5 Cluedo rooms alphabetically.
Yeah.
Number 4. Again, there's going to be a recap that's going to be quite a long one for this one anyway, just in case. Number 4 is name the 5 world's busiest airports. And that's by 2019 stats, so before COVID struck and planes were all grounded and whatnot. The 5 busiest airports in the world by 2019 stats.
And we're looking for the cities, basically. We're looking for the cities that they serve.
So you couldn't just say England.
No, we're wanting the actual cities that they serve.
These are great questions, really making us think, says Charlie. Good. As long as they're not too hard, as long as they're fun, that's all that matters.
I think this is the trickiest one. Or maybe the next
So
one.
how do you measure busiest airports? Is it by passengers?
By number of passengers
Right.
processed.
We're off to listen to Duck on a Tractor. More my level. We may return, says Angela.
This is a slightly different kind of round. We've got multiple choice coming up and then ends with F, which is probably the easiest ends with that we've ever done, purely because there's not many things that begin with it. We couldn't use any sports because it just was golf, 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 golf.
Yeah. And on this one, there's plenty of time. You can get 3 of them. You still get 3 points, which is more than you'd normally get for an answer anyway.
Yeah.
On to the next one then. This is your final
And
one.
final one. This is because of my love of Garibaldi biscuits, which has become a bit of a meme within this quiz. So what I want to know is, what are the top 5 ingredients in a pack of Tesco's Garibaldi biscuits? I've said Tesco's. It's Tesco's, Morrison's, Waitrose and one other. Sainsbury's is slightly different. So that's why I've specifically said Tesco's. It's basically the most of them have the same ingredients.
So by top 5 you mean listed first?
Well, it's listed first because it's the most, because they put them in actual order of amount.
Yeah, so the first 5 ingredients on a Tesco's Garibaldi biscuit.
I.e. the things that are in there the most.
Donna Potter says, don't like this round.
We do it very, very infrequently, Donna. It's just
This is the 3rd time we've done it in 76 quizzes, so... Should do World's Quietest Airports 2020. Top 5 answers is all of them. Can't wait for ends with J and ends with Q. Good luck with those, says Charlie.
I have to point out that Zachary Starr is actually a ringer when it comes to airports. Because he would probably know which ones it is. Being part of BA crew, etc.
So again, all you have to do is get the top 5 of all of these answers, 1 point for each. There's no penalty. You just have to choose which ones you think is the top 5 as your final answer.
And you get a point for each one you get right.
Yeah, so it's 5 points in total for each answer. So 25 points available.
Right, let's go straight to the recap.
Okay.
Because they're all on there in one go.
Right then. Straight to the recap, yeah. Oh. Okie dokie, there
That's
we
it.
are. So it's now 32 minutes past, so we've got, let's say 6 minutes until we get the actual answers up. Should we do the zoom in a bit, or should we do it now?
I think because they've seen the questions. We can put the zoom in now. Let's do the zoom.
Okay.
Remember, it's how many points do we do for the zoom?
For this one, you're going to get 2 points.
2 points for getting it correct. Once it appears on one channel, then you've got 30 seconds on the other channels to get it.
Yeah. But again, it's going to be quite hard. I might even have to give you a tip for this one eventually. So we'll see. Okay. Here
There's
we
no
go.
point if you've got to give them clues.
You would. I don't know. You have to see. So what do you think that is? You're welcome, Sarah. What is that? A zoomed in image of. No. Garibaldi. No, it's a specific. Nope, it's not. No. Oh, it's good answers, but no.
Say what you see.
Well, I'm gonna tell Mark just so he can make sure if he sees the actual answer.
In a million years.
Well, I'll give you a clue later on, just in case you see it in the comments. Have a look. Right, I'll put the zoom back on in a second, but for now you can go back to that one just in case.
You've got to think really weirdly to get that right. It is ultra zoomed in, that's all I'm saying.
But it is a very common object.
Can I say...
Be a bit slightly more general than that.
Yeah?
No one's got it yet. I told you this is the hardest one yet. Because
I-
people keep getting it too quickly and it's really annoying me.
I think that is a good clue.
Yeah, might be. We'll go for general first.
Okay.
Need to write the. Once you see it,
You now have 30 seconds.
fluff from Boris Johnson's belly button. It's not right, but you've won that one. Ah.
Okay.
All right, it has been guessed.
And the first person to guess it was, before we put it up, the first person to guess it was...
It was Stephanie Gooch on YouTube,
And then we had...
Steve Gooch on Facebook,
If you're on the same team, that's not going to count. So therefore,
on Facebook also we had Zara Sanders, and then on Twitch it was Emma2508X.
let's have a look at the Zoom, Alex.
It was a teabag.
I thought that was too hard.
Well, there you go. It was a teabag. So again, if you were on the same team, I don't know if it's completely coincidence that Steph and Steve Gooch are both on different teams. That's fine. But again, if you're on the same team, you're only going to be able to count that as one. Okay. But yeah, it was Zara Sanders. If you were a different team, and it's that way, and then we'll go that way.
Yeah.
Just so it's fair to everybody else.
Right.
Unfortunately, we are related to Stephanie, right? So you can have 2 points for Stephanie. Steve, unfortunately, you were a little bit later than Stephanie, so Stephanie was technically correct first. And Zara Sanders, your team does get an extra 2 points.
Shall we go through the answers to the top 5, or do you want to give it a little longer? How are we on time?
2 more minutes, I think.
2 more minutes.
They look like Tetley. I wouldn't want to get. I would have got away with it if it was one of those pesky quizmasters, said Steve. I think just the unlikeliness of two people got called with the surname of Gooch getting the exact same answer was so so close. Tetley teabags. It doesn't matter. The specifics aren't important on that one. So again, it's the largest 5 US states by area. Top 5 countries at the last Summer Olympics, the one that was before COVID, of course. The 5 first Cluedo rooms, the 5 busiest airports by 2019 stats, and the first 5 ingredients in Garibaldi biscuits. Woohoo, says Emma on Twitch. Well done. Some good guesses.
So, yeah.
I especially like Fluff from Boris Johnson's Bellyman. Hi boys, can I have a happy lockdown 50th birthday to Baz McHale up in Washington, please? We do the quiz every week. Of course you can. That's from your friend
Most
James.
definitely.
Indeed, Baz McHale. Happy 50th birthday. I had dead flies and sawdust, says Paul. Right, we're going to give it 1 more minute, and then that's it for the top 5s. As I always say, your wrong answers are what's going to spur me on for the next time.
I didn't write it on the T card, so we're going to have to look up the previous one.
For God's sake,
There
this
it
is
is.
the one thing I ask you to do every week.
Yeah, it was because we didn't do it on the card, did we, last time? We can look it up because it was spot on. Or I can count them.
How hard is it to write it down in one localised area every week?
I have been
God's
doing all right,
sake.
apart from last time when I didn't have the T card.
And this is why people think we're together.
Stop whinging. Jesus. This is what I have to put up with.
That's my Donald Trump impression.
Right, answers.
Answers. It was 47, says Fleur. Thank you very much.
Right. Yes, it was. So
You mean yes, it was. You
I
don't know.
I remember it now. I haven't done that yet, so I'll have to use a different sheet.
Yeah, you're right. Of course you are.
Yes, it was. So,
Not that you know. Oh, dear. Well,
indeed. I remembered how I put it in. And you put in.
right. Okay, so once again, 1 point for every correct answer you get.
So technically it's worth 25 points in total. But I think that's going to be real hard to do to get 25, but we'll see.
Indeed.
So here we go.
Did you hear that? That was weird. It sounded like a dog.
Woof.
That was weird. Answer time.
That's it. Okay. So here we go. The 5 largest US states by area are Alaska, followed by Texas, followed by California. Then one I hadn't thought of, Montana.
Montana. Montana.
Sorry, I'm with... you know me, I'm with it. Winston Churchill. When it comes to pronunciations, it's an Englishman's inalienable right to pronounce foreign words in any such way as they choose. Anyway, and the final one is, of course, New Mexico.
You say, of course. I wouldn't have thought of New Mexico at all. So again, they were worth 1 point each, the largest being Alaska, and the fifth largest was New Mexico. Montana. I also like the fact that Mark called Bernie Sanders Bernie Saunders. Oh, Bernard Saunders.
Well, with those gloves, he can eat his Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Good God. Montana. Relative of Sultana.
All right, I'll take the mic. Why don't you?
Right, the top 5 countries on the medal table at the previous Summer Olympics that was actually held. With the most, we have the USA.
Surprisingly, number 2
Was us.
was us.
Get a load of us. 3 was China. 4 was Russia. And what was the 5th one? I wouldn't know. Oh, Germany.
Germany. Out of those top 5, we've got the smallest population to choose from.
Well then. Hannah Montana.
All right, just rub it in, the lot of you. Why not?
So again, they were worth 1 point each. It was USA, the UK or Great Britain, China, Russia and Germany.
The first 5 Cluedo rooms in alphabetical order, starting with the ballroom.
I thought they'd be something like an antechamber. Something like that.
Now, then we have the billiard room, followed by the conservatory.
Conservatory.
Yes. And then we have the dining room.
Yeah, England's fine, Fran.
And fifth answer is the hall.
I'm going to say, you know you're posh if you've got a billiard room.
Yes.
Yeah. Or a rumpus room. Who's got a rumpus room? Let us know. So there you go. Ballroom, billiard room, conservatory, dining room and hall.
Or the torture cellar.
What?
Torture cellar.
Torture cellar, yeah. Sex dungeon.
Well, I just said torture cellar. Your mind took it that way.
Right. The 5 busiest airports in the world by 2019 stats. Don't tell the Scots, says Paul. Hall is not a room. It is a room.
It is a room on Cluedo board.
Yeah. Number 4. Here we go. Top 1. Atlanta. Atlanta internationally, yeah.
Followed by?
Beijing. This is a tricky one. Wonder if you got any of these. The next one is Los Angeles. Next up is Dubai. And Dubai I knew would have been there. And the 5th one was Tokyo.
Yeah. No Europe at all.
No one in the history of things has anyone except Mark pronounced it Montana. He's special. Well, we always knew he was special. Touched by an angel.
Stop it. Get me going.
Zachary, we only got 2 on airports. So it must have been a hard question. then.
Right. Doesn't matter, guys, on that question, how badly you did. If someone who is flight crew can't get it right.
Kathy got 5. Well done, Kathy. You're even cleverer than I am. I wouldn't have got that many.
I'm loving the fact that basically flight staff only got 2 of them right.
Well, right.
The 5 top ingredients in a pack of Tesco Garibaldi biscuits, as listed on the packet, is currants. There is less currants in Tesco's than in any other of the supermarkets. They're at 30-something%. Everyone else is at 40%.
Bev says Frank got 5. Well, I'm not surprised, Frank, honestly. Hobie works on planes, says Kathy. Well, there you go, then.
So does Zachary, but that doesn't make any difference. Second top ingredient is, of course, wheat flour. I'll accept flour.
Maybe I do better as 5 busiest Brighton bus routes.
The third item is palm oil. Yeah, it's palm oil in every one of them. The next item is wheat starch.
So again, you could get starch.
I'll accept starch on that one. And the 5th one is sugar.
Do
which I thought would be a lot higher.
So yeah, so that's by main components, isn't it?
Yes, there's actually more wheat starch in there than there is sugar.
We got the top 18 airports, said Bertie. Well, you only get a maximum of 5 points, so you just did a lot of work for no reason.
Yeah, well, if you wrote 18 down, well, you've got to take the ones off that you were wrong. So 5 minus 18 means you got minus 13 points for that one.
Greg Lennon got 17. Wonderful. Let us know your scores, guys. 16 for Rod. Again, that's one of the rounds where there's lots of points available, so if you didn't get all of them, it's not really it's not much of a surprise.
It's one of those rounds to shake it up a bit every now and again.
Yeah.
So the same teams don't get to the top all the time.
14, 4. Not how I make biscuits, says Kathy Clark. You shouldn't be using palm oil, definitely not. We put of all the US states in order of size too, says Bertie.
So that's
Nerd alert.
Good. So that's minus 45 points for that round.
Bev got 25, 18 for Musketeers. Colonel got 20. Wonderful stuff. 16 for Kathy Clark. Okay, with that being said, we'll move on then to your round to number 3.
Round number 3 is separate.
Okie dokie. 14 for Quiz Quizface. Oh dear, that's not bad. 14 out of 25. As I said, I wouldn't expect anyone to get all of them. Well, maybe Frank and Bev, you know.
Right, what are you giving me on this round?
Let me have a quick look. But I'm going to do odds. We also listed all
ominous, that.
We also listed all the Garibaldi ingredients in order, and we did a second ranking of saltiness. Oh dear!
Just
right,
too much information. Let's get on with round 3.
round number 3 is, of course,
We're massively ahead, aren't we?
yeah. You got all the right answers, not necessarily in the right order. It was the roll of the eyes, says Bev.
Yeah. Speaking of those sort of things, there is a whole series on YouTube of Americans' reaction videos to the Four Candles sketch by the two Ronnies, and it completely blows them away. It was quite funny to watch.
Finally, with our spare time, we did the 15 least busiest airports too. Nerd alert.
Well, that's the next one, so missed out now because that was in there.
It was at a 25, yes. 1 point for each, so 5 questions each. Yeah.
But we knew you wouldn't get more. We didn't think people would get more than 20 generally.
But there you go. Thank you to the neighbours.
Yes. Right. Question. This is yours then.
Number 1. Which cartoon character's middle name is Fauntleroy? Is it Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse, Daffy Duck, or Donald Duck? Jesus. Oh, Emma even got 20 out of 25. Alright, that's not so bad then. That being said, the Colonel's also got 20. I was thinking the airports would have thrown me completely if I was playing that. Because luckily I didn't actually look at any of the questions for that one because I was too busy doing the first 2 rounds. The first 3 rounds, sorry. How the hell does someone know all the top 5 ingredients of biscuits? Something off there. I guess you just guess. I don't know.
We don't know. We don't know.
As we said before, it
doesn't matter.
You could cheat if you want. It's all for fun. Nothing matters.
Yeah, anyone could say they got full marks for every round.
I'm very nihilistic then. I said nothing matters. All right, let's take
So, Alex, which one is it?
the wrong answers. We'll take them away. We've got not Bugs Bunny. It ain't Mickey Mouse. It is Donald Duck.
That didn't work, did it? As a kid, I used to be really good at doing Donald Duck impressions.
Who prides himself on that?
Me.
Right.
I was a lost child. Question 2. Which spirit is the main ingredient in the liqueur Kahlua?
Is it rum, vodka, tequila, or whiskey? Please do an impression, Mark, says Sarah.
Impression of someone drinking.
Go back, says Angela.
Impression of a stirrer.
It's so loud.
What's allowed?
Can you put that thing down? Spooky, I'm doing a quiz via Zoom for our football team on Saturday, and question 1 is one of my questions. Joan, you're stealing from us. Stop it.
Yes, that's what she gets all our questions for her quizzes.
Yeah.
Palms them off.
We're just here for the information, aren't we? Right. Let's take away the wrong answers then, shall we?
Yeah. It's not tequila. It's not whiskey. It is rum.
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 Okay, I'm not even going to comment on that.
Rum. It's like a bad car, isn't it?
Mmm. Flyball team. Sorry, I thought you did a typo. So I just assumed. Sorry. Number 3. Britain's largest national park is in which country? Is it in England, Northern Ireland, Scotland, or Wales? It helps when people eat lots of them. Well, we've got the expert here, haven't we?
The reason I said Tesco's, Bertie, was because Sainsbury's is the one that is different, and I didn't want them to be choosing. It was the majority, as I said, it's the majority of them have that same manufacturer, I'm assuming, for it to be that way.
Spirit of the Dragon, my youngest, says thinks she might not have the idea of multiple choice.
Yeah, the difference with Sainsbury's, there is more glucose syrup than sugar in it.
Right. Well, the thing is, Fleur, it doesn't matter if people Google them. I'd rather do a quiz that everyone can do, regardless of if someone Googles or not. I don't want all of our questions to be so ambiguous that you couldn't get them if you Googled them. That's not really the point. If people want to cheat, it's not going to affect how we ask the questions.
Yeah.
Frank loves Garibaldi biscuits.
Like me.
Frank and Mark should join a club, the Garibaldi Club. Let's take away the wrong answers. It's not Northern Ireland. It's not England. It is Scotland. It is in the Cairngorms. Cairngorms.
It says Gormless.
I don't care.
Right, question 4. More orientated to our American watchers, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
In baseball, how far between bases in yards? Is it 10, 20, 30, 40? At the end of the day, this is about entertaining you and having fun.
Yeah.
That's why the scores don't matter. There's no prizes, so it doesn't matter, does it?
No. It's the same reason that people say like you should do like a plasticine round or a drawing round. It's because that way it's not based on what you know or how you know it. It's just based on what you like.
But then it becomes too subjective from the quizmaster's point of view. If they start choosing the same team every week because they genuinely think it's the best,
then you get a bias even if you don't think about it.
Yeah.
As in if we biased our questions towards things that you couldn't Google, it would make all of our questions ridiculous, which you don't want to do. Right, let's take the wrong answers.
take it away. It's not 10. It's not 20. It is 30.
I'd have no idea.
No.
No, absolutely no idea. I don't like sports as it is. I'm never going to like sports from across the pond, am I? Right, moving on, number 5. Ooh, number 5. Which metal is the best conductor of electricity? So which metal is the best conductor of electricity? Is it gold, silver, copper, or osmium? Wouldn't worry too much. That's never stopped people getting full marks. It's why we go for 69 points, because it's much harder and you have to get to a point where you need to intentionally get things wrong. However you want to play it, Bertie, it's your prerogative.
Weird.
I know. We never purposely drop points, though. Oh no, that would be too much, wouldn't it? I used to do a lot of teams in my old pubs used to do that. They used to do all the questions correct on the 4th round and then cross out the questions they didn't want answers to.
Because we do, in the pubs, we do a cash prize for second to last prize.
Indeed, Bertie said. There you go. Right, so which metal is the best conductor of electricity? It's not gold. It is not copper. It's silver. Fun fact, osmium is very rarely used in metal, but it is also used predominantly in the fountain pens. As it's a very hard metal. It's used in fountain pens, osmium.
Silver generally is only used by NASA in space for the conductivity, because normally the cost outweighs the efficiency of copper.
Apparently -9 at the Cairngorms. Ooh, horrible. We've decided we're going to start walking this week, and then it turns out tomorrow's highest temperature is -2, so we thought, sod that.
Yes.
Balls to that.
Question number 6. Which James Bond film was named after Ian Fleming's house in Jamaica?
One for Charlie Grant.
Is it Thunderball? Is it Quantum of Solace? Is it GoldenEye? Or is it Moonraker?
Osmium has only a few uses. It is used to produce very hard alloys for fountain pen tips. There you go, I knew I was right. Instrument pivots, needles, and electrical contacts. It's also used in the chemical industry as a catalyst. Soon they'll be using bitcoins to conduct electricity. Doge coins.
Bitcoins have gone up immensely in value. Elon Musk has bought something like $35 million worth.
I think it's Doge coins he was going for.
Oh, is it?
Got in before the options, obviously, said Charlie Grant. Apparently someone paid 10 bitcoin for a pizza once in something like 2006. And if they'd paid for it now, that'd be about $250,000. Well, there you go. Right, so which James Bond film is named after Ian Fleming's house in Jamaica?
It's not Moonraker. Or Thunderball. It's actually GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
I've no idea why it's called GoldenEye, but it is.
There's lots of different like stories about Ian Fleming came up with a lot of names for things. James Bond.
Pussy galore.
Yeah. James Bond and all that, because apparently he said that James Bond was the most boring name he could think of, and nothing else influenced him. But then he later said that he was looking in his bookshelf and there was a book about fishing by James Bond. And also when he was a travelling salesman, I think he was a travelling salesman, he stayed in America across from a church called the St. James Bond Church.
Oh.
So there you go. Number 7. No one cared about that. I don't know why I bothered. Number 7. Hermes was the Greek god of what? Hermes was the Greek god of what? Was it roads, fire, war, or food?
I'm glad you pronounced that one right.
Someone I knew bought a flat outright because they randomly bought a tiny amount of Bitcoin. Ah. J.R. Hartley. What's that referring to, Julia?
J.R. Hartley. That's an author.
Hermes was the Greek god of what? It wasn't the Greek god of war or food. It was roads. I remember him as that nerdy guy with the shoes from the cartoon Hercules.
Yeah. Bertie, as much as you joked about Hermes being the Greek god of dropping parcels at people's gardens, that is why it's called Hermes, because they travel by road and they deliver things by road.
Right. Or rubbish bins or conservatory roofs. I saw that on someone brought to the helpline for that, saying that the package got delivered to the receptionist, and she went, "I just live in a house. I don't have a receptionist." Ah, dear. Right.
Question 8. What is the setting for the 1990...
Start again.
What is the setting for the 1996 movie The Rock?
How did you mess that up?
I don't know.
Right.
Is it prison, asteroid, underground, or desert island? A prison, an asteroid, the underground, or just underground, I don't know, or a desert island.
Jesus Christ. Richard Osmium, I heart him. J.R. Hartley was the Yellow Pages ad.
Yes, it was. He basically, J.R. Hart, this guy goes round to all these different shops looking for a book to do with fishing or something it was, by J.R. Hartley. And he's ringing round by using Yellow Pages to try and find them. Keeps putting the phone down, picks them up. And finally, oh, you do? Please hold it for me. My name? J.R. Hartley. So it's an old guy trying to get his old book back.
I see. Alex said Yodel is the Greek god of yeet. Alright, what is the 1996?
I'm not sure.
That was random.
I know. Didn't say anything that sounded like her name. Stupid.
At least
Right.
you're not ringing with an alarm.
I know. Right, setting for The Rock. It's not underground or on a desert island. It is a prison. Alcatraz.
Specifically, Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
Number 9.
My favourite Bond starred in this movie, says Kathleen. I think she's a bit behind, unfortunately. We have that book, says Suzanne. Right. The Rock was a novelisation of the film. Love that movie. Number 9. In what continent is Patagonia? Sorry, Sarah. In what continent is Patagonia? Is it North America, South America, Europe, or Asia? Ian Fleming named his home Goldeneye after a secret World War II mission. Yeah, that sounds more like it. It's just a weird name to call a house out of the blue, isn't it?
You swapped questions again. That wasn't the one I chose.
Well, it's the one that you've got. No, Sean Connery was in The Rock. Oh! Right, I get you.
I thought it was Dwayne Johnson.
No. It was Nicolas Cage. Do you have a copy of Fly Fishing by J.K. Rowling?
Get on with it.
Sorry, Kathleen, I thought you were behind because you mentioned the gold... Yeah, doesn't matter. Right, where is Patagonia? You wouldn't find it in Europe. You wouldn't find it in North America. You would find it in South America. It's a southern tip in Chile and Argentina. Bye, Sarah. All right, and your final question.
Don't. He's done this because he thinks I'm going to Bradley Walsh again, and I'm not. Clear my throat. They are mental, though. What is cartoon character Andy Capp known as in Germany? This is what he's getting me to read out. Is it Helmut Schmacker, Dick Tingler, Handel Koch, or Willy Wacker?
Well, it's one of them.
I'm not going to laugh.
I am. Love it. Yes, Kathleen, the bulb did go off. I'm not always with it. As a quizmaster, sometimes, the mind just wanders. Bev says, well done, Mark. Very professional.
Thank you.
There's nothing untoward about these. They're just names, Kathleen.
Yes. As the old comics used to say, there is nothing dirty about their jokes. It's your mind. Right, let's take away the wrong answers. It is not the Dick Tingler or the Handel Koch. It wasn't Helmut Schmacker. It is Willy Wacker.
So I said they're all 100% Beaver approved. Well done, Mark. It shows if you beaver away at something, you can become good at it, from Charlie Grant.
Dear.
It was good enough for a 5 p.m. quiz show, said Kathy. Exactly. If Fanny Schmeller could be on there, so can Willy Wacker. Right. Let us know your scores. Ah, dear.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Right, you've got to. We've asked the next questions to put your scores in for how many bowls you are thinking are in here.
Yes.
There are now 3 sizes in there,
Indeed. So
so some bigger ones. There you go.
Yeah, I'll actually I'll turn the green screen off for just a second. If I put us to what?
Giving away our secrets.
Yeah, I'll put it one there, one sec, and then I do that one, and then I do that. Nope. It wasn't that one. There we go.
So there it is. There they all are. There's a couple of large ones in there, maybe more.
A couple of large balls.
So that's them all. Showing our technology away.
I know, sorry. There we go. Back to professional. What was the answer to number 4, said Kathy? It was an answer. It was 30. C. C, 30. Answer to number 9 was B. Patagonia. Patagonia was in South America. So number 9 was B. Harder one tonight, says Zachary Starr. I thought it was slightly easier than last week. Well, there you go. Right, the teams that haven't put their felt ball guess in yet
I'm just going to disappear for a minute.
Monty B. Tardy, the Kirby Hills, Thunderheads, the Sloths, Neighbours, the infamous 5, Tommy plus 4, and that's it. So don't forget, if you need to get your felt ball guess in, you've got until the recap of the round 4 answers. Round 4 questions. To recap the answers, it wouldn't be much of a challenge, would it? Right. Here we go then. Right, let's get on with it. Did I open up the same thing twice? No. Right. There we are. Thank you. The audience always trying to help each other out. That's what we like to see. I am very low tonight, aren't I? Yeah. These lights also make my face look really flushed. Whatever will I do? Right, here we go then. Right, on to this one. So, round number 4. It ends with... Tonight your answers are brought to you by the letter... F.
And for Friday's quiz, it will be all rounds categories that start with the letter F. We think we've actually got it from last Friday. But if you want to have another go at throwing some other weird and wonderful categories that begin with the letter F, by all means do so.
You're low this week. You want to need some uppers, says Bertie. Nothing would make me more up than that. I can't get up. That didn't sound right. My phone just vibrated. Do apologise. Right. Round 4, end of F. Move on, please, quick. I'm going to do odds, so I'm going to start. Get that out of the way nice and quick. Number 1. Whose 1993 album was called Bat Out of Hell 2?
Like we said, I don't think this is the hardest round we've ever done.
No, but I think because round number 2 and 3 were a little bit more difficult, possibly.
Yeah.
It balances it out. Thank you very much for the donation we just got.
From people who said, thanks guys from the 2... So you know who you are. Question 2.
My God, Bev, that was out of nowhere.
Bev Page Swan, indeed. I like Suzanne's though, fly fishing.
Around on fannies? Good God. I think she means bums because she's American, I don't know.
Faces?
Flags. I bet it'd be flags, says Kathleen. I don't think we're going to do flags because everyone's expecting flags.
Yes, but then we might.
Yes. Number 2.
Number 2. Who was the fat braggart in Shakespeare's Henry IV? I'm getting really tongue-tied tonight.
Famous faces, says Peter Later. That's a good idea.
Yeah. I've seen that twice now. Oh, Peter Lacy put it twice.
Yes. The 2 Ronnies.
Oh, 4 candles.
I see. Must be able to find 10 of them. I don't want to go looking.
Question 3, Alex.
Number 3. In which TV comedy series is the character of Dave Lister apparently the last human in the universe? Funny people? I think you're just going to put any adjective and then people, aren't you, Peter? Funny people, famous people,
Flying people.
Yeah, fire them out of a cannon, take a picture and see what it is.
Crafty Craig with fried food.
Yeah. Making me hungry now. Football, says Julia.
It could be.
It might be.
Question 4. The Queen Street, Central and Bay railway stations are found in which UK city?
Yeah, so it comes across loads of other humans. Films? I think we're going to get a lot of angry people if we do any more films. Fisher Price toys.
Well, that's a good one. I'm going to write that
Amazing.
one down.
I like that. My Google search history will be hilarious next week. You should see it now. The most random stuff on there, honestly. Fairy tales. We've got that down for on there as well.
Yeah. Also, on the rest for the 4th round, instead of it being
Pick your score,
we're actually going to do a mixed bag of questions where the category that they come from begins with F as well.
Yeah,
so all those that we reject, we're going to use those.
All the ones that you suggest, any that we don't use, we'll try and put into round 4 as a category. So question 1 will be on, I don't know, factories, if we reject factories. Question 2 will be on Finder's crispy pancakes and their most common uses. Oh my God, Bertie put the same thing. How amazing. Right, moving on. Number 5.
Number 5.
Number 5. Which French singer was known as Little Sparrow? What a cute name. Which French singer was known as Little Sparrow? Look at that. You div. F1, Faulty Towers. I think Faulty Towers was suggested on Friday. Well, we got the... Emma says Friends. We're saving Friends for our actual Friends quiz we're doing. Feline cat. Feline fine, a cat-based fictional real round, says Fleur. That's very creative, I like that. Feline fine. Put that down, I like that. We could do a round on famous cats. We've done a marathon about them. Favourite sayings of Alexa. Don't worry about it, it's fine.
Shout that Alex is a nutter.
I don't know that one.
Thank you. Fridays, fonts. Futurama. Football, then we can correct Alex on all the questions, says Paul. You can go off people, you know. Countries.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to live that down on the football. Number 6. The animated film Frozen. What name is given to the snowman brought to life by Elsa?
Facebook. Things that burn. So
Bertie.
Things that burn. Fattest foods in the world. Well, you mean like the fattiest content?
Foie gras.
Foie gras, yeah. Well, the foie gras, as nice as it is, really should be outlawed. It's a terrible practice. Famous people Mark went to school with. What a round that would be. Good fillings. Fast food. I don't know what's going on now. Starts with a Z, can do a full Zoom round. Ooh. Franchises. Oh, wait. That's what you mean. That's a good idea, actually. Heaviest foods. Food. Forgotten films. Famous books Mark's been in.
Sarah?
Famous 5. A Fran round. Guess who suggested that one? Number 7.
Number 7, let's move on.
What was special about the fabric Charles Mackintosh invented? What was special about the fabric Charles Mackintosh invented? Fast and Furious. All right, Vin Diesel. Top 10, top 5 list, says Alex McKee. Alec McKee, sorry. Food you can flip. Pancake Day next week. Fish. Friends. Food fillings. Famous radio DJs that have featured books with Mark in them. Final film series. Ooh.
Let's move on. 8. What is the emblem of Canada?
Face masks. We did a round of face masks, didn't we?
Yeah, we had a question in there, didn't we?
No, we had a whole
Oh, yeah,
round.
yeah, we did a whole round, didn't we?
Famous Filipinos. I like it.
You would. Well, speaking of films earlier, well, not film, but we were watching on Netflix. We'd mentioned it before, Lupin. The last episode is amazing. Really, really good. And it sets it all up for the second series, which is out in 181 days now.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Charlie Fowler says, Family Guy or Foo Fighters? Do you mean the band or the aliens? Famous people. Right, number 9. Which 1986 film involves a collector's Ferrari, a Chicago Cubs game, and a Rottweiler? I was reading today about the Foo Fighters, the band.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, Dave Grohl did the Foo Fighters because he wanted to make an entire album by himself and not have his name associated with it. And then when he won all the awards and they said they want more Foo Fighters albums, he was like, well, I need to hire more people because I can't do all that again. And he was like, and he said as well that if he knew he was going to get as famous as he was through Foo Fighters, he'd have come up with a better name. Because he doesn't like it. Did Charles Mackintosh invent the apple? The apple.
Finally, question number 10. Which horror actor's real name was William Henry Pratt?
And before you start mentioning it, this round is very film heavy. You try and think of 10 questions that all end in F that aren't about golf. It wasn't easy, I'm sorry.
Oh, French words. I quite like that one.
Caroline Brooking and Emma are on Twitch talking to each other. Lovely.
So,
Fetishes, says Kathleen Herman.
right. While Alex is now sorting out the guesses. So while Alex is sorting out the guesses, I'm really tongue-tied tonight.
Indeed.
Guesses. I'll mention about the dates.
I will say one more time, this is your final chance to get your felt ball guesses on. This is for Tommy plus 4, the Sloths, Thunderheads, and Inquisition.
I'd redo those ones that have got zeros in front of them because there'll be some textual with it. No, retype it completely. Otherwise you might not have them in the right order. So our next quiz on the specials.
Ooh, Fads is a good one, I like that.
Let me get to the diary. There we go. So our next one.
Knew it would be David Griffiths saying that. Furry Beavers.
Stop it.
Mother and daughter chat in the Twitch. Caroline and Emma Brooking.
Right. Okay. So our next special quiz is on the 28th, which is the Doctor Who special. So on 28th of February is Series 4 of Doctor Who. That's going to the event will be up tomorrow, as will the next Harry Potter, which is on the 7th of March. And then we have got the Marvelous March, i.e. Marvel films, which is going to be Phase 1 films, and that is going to be on the 14th of March. So 14th of March for Marvel, and 7th of March for Harry Potter, and 28th of February for Doctor Who.
Final few seconds to get your felt ball guesses in, please, guys. I'm going to put your recap on while we do that. There are a few teams that haven't got their score. This is your final warning. Please get your scores, your felt ball guess in as soon as you can, please. That would be really good. Thank you very much. I'll put the donate button there as well. Thank you very much. Right, Femme Fatales. That's a really good one.
Ooh,
I like that, Jackie.
Yeah, I like that one.
We're not doing so good at this round, says Sarah. Really? Lord of the Rings is a planned one. We're definitely going to rewatch all of those. Probably not the extended versions, though, because not everyone has access to those. We're looking forward to the Harry Potter one, with hopefully less shout-outs. Yes, I think we've learnt a lesson from that one.
Oh, when the kids are asking for shout-outs,
Yeah.
you've got to do it, haven't you?
Right, Tommy plus 4. And Inquisition, we need your scores. Final few seconds, please. You've got until I get the Excel score sheet copied and pasted. Let's have a look. Someone just put another comment there. Get out of the way. Is the Marvel quiz an early start for the kiddies? It might be. I think our Sunday one should be slightly earlier.
We could do.
If
But the thing, the other side of that is because our specials are attracting people from America, it's also for the time for the Pacific Coast is like 8 hours beforehand.
Caroline and Dave are guessing 73. What's your team name, please, Caroline?
Now my phone started making noises.
What on earth? If you're at a loose end, guys, I really recommend Money Heist on Netflix. Well, keep that in mind, Ryan Hall. Oh my god, the one kid was ridiculous asking for shout-outs. Yeah, he was telling us to tell his sister to shut up. I was just trying to ignore those. Yeah. So that's Caroline and Dave. Let us know your team name quickly, please. Thank you very much.
Have you got all the others in and they can just
No.
add it in afterwards?
I'm opening the sheet. I'm selecting the cells. Hurry up. The gangsters Joe says hi at the bottom. Fish. Face off. Carolyn and Dave, not a clue. Right. Not. No, you're not on that, that's fine. Not a clue. Not a clue. And you guessed 73 balls. Alright, that's it. I'm selecting them all in now. Your time has come and gone. Based.
At least we're early.
Yeah.
Right.
You just get... Ooh.
But they're not something big.
Yep, so I can see them.
There to sort. Kathy. Foosball.
Recap, not cycling. Really?
I was going to say, it mustn't have been recycling last... go to slideshow.
It is, look.
No, yeah, look, slideshow. Yeah, it should be.
Don't know why it wasn't. We'll put it back to there then. But it should be working.
We can go straight to
Facts about felt balls. I like it. I'll put it
Right.
down to number 10 and we'll see if it loops. Okay, what's the actual number?
We know the number.
Right. Okay, we're going to... We're going to get rid of those ones.
Yeah, we've got a lot of time. We're well ahead.
Well, I don't want to read them all out. I think it gets a little bit boring after a while.
So how far are you going up?
Let's start...
Let's start at higher than what it was last time.
So there, okay.
Yeah, so start higher than that. Yeah, above that.
All right. Okay. Right, yeah, so let's do the ones. So again, the closest without going over gets 3 points. Second is 2 points. Third away is 1 point. If you get it dead on, you do get 5 bonus points. If you are at least one over, you do get nothing. Fried bacon. Right, here we go. So we've got one smart fella and Snow Actually. 47.
Under.
51 for the Spectacled Bears and the Belgian Buns.
Under.
52 for the 69ing Penguins.
Under.
Dry Hell have 53.
Hella.
I don't care.
Under.
55 for Bev, Frank's Brainiacs and Pot of Cook at Midnight. And the infamous 5.
Under.
Frazzled Foods. The Smarty Bunch, 56.
Under.
Indoor Boaters, 58.
Under.
59 for the Fire Breathing Rubber Ducks and Quidditch Queen.
Under.
60 for the Neighbours and Hungry Hogs.
Under.
61 for the Angry Birds plus 2.
Under.
62 for One Unicorn plus 2, the Cat's Whiskers and the Lonely Gangster.
Under.
Alamo Angels got 63.
Under.
We've got the No Nothings, Kernow and Quizman and Her with 64.
Under.
Cheeky Slag, 65.
Under.
66 for Friends of Kilo, Jeebus and the Rainbow, Noski's Servants.
Under.
67 for Charlie's Angel.
Under.
Max ASMR voice, yeah. Jamie's Giants, 68.
Under.
Gucci Gucci Goo, The Expandables, number 32. And Charlie and the Lockdown Factory, 69.
Spot on.
Wowzers.
And that was just by accident because I didn't know how many were already in there and I just put a certain number in.
So that's that. 2 and 1. Okay, let's zoom that in so we can see it properly.
Thank you from the team in Eastbourne who have sent us a donation. Thank you so much.
So there we go. Those are your points. Charlie Lockdown Factory, number 32, The Expandables, and Gucci Gucci Goo have 5 bonus points. Jamie's Giants get 2 bonus points, and Charlie's Angel gets 1 bonus point.
I didn't deliberately choose 69, it's just the way it happened.
Oh, that's a shame, Bertie. Alex, you're doing your top 10 rundown voice again. Wait till the answers and the scores at the end. Right.
And they're off. Dun, 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 dun. We should have them some music for you, racing music. For,
We'd only get copyright struck.
Yeah, we would, wouldn't we?
Yeah. I wanted to put a public domain music sample question in, but I thought even then we might get something struck against us, so I'm not bothering. The one frickin' time, said Bertie.
He didn't do 69.
Oh dear. I almost gave it away when I saw the 69 in Penguins. I was like, ooh, I don't want to say anything. Okay, I think that's enough time for that.
I think so.
Poptastic. Freudian slip, said Kathleen. Who are Gucci Gucci Goo? I thought it was you, Steve. Right then, let's get on.
With the answers, how are we doing? Oh, we're on spot on time tonight.
We are. Doing really well.
Spot on.
Doing really well. Did we do well? Right.
Bit of Brucey going on there.
Did he do well? Right.
See it again. Look. Last bit. Just coming to the end. A bottle just lasts the whole quiz.
I'm out of tea. Oh, you're one smart fella. Yeah, of course you are, Steve. I forgot. I don't know who Gucci Goo are. Who are Gucci Gucci Goo? Let yourselves be known in the comments, please.
You might want to be quiet.
The original Gooch wants to know. Right.
Emma says she's already looking to the next Harry Potter. We're going to be even more elaborate with the graphics. The graphics people absolutely loved. The round 1 graphic took me... We've now got the template, so it's great. But it took me 6 hours to put that together.
Right. So whose 1993 album was called Bad Outta Hell 2?
Who was it, Alex?
It was Meatloaf. Careful of GDPR. Yeah. Moving on, number 2.
I'll do my soapbox in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
In the next... when we've done these. The Fat Braggart in Shakespeare's Henry IV was Falstaff.
Number 3. The TV comedy series where Dave Lister is the last human in the universe is Red Dwarf. Did you know they actually had a Red Dwarf remake in America? It only lasted 1 episode because people thought it was crap.
It was the people, the actors involved that made that work. That's the extra one that they made for Dave. The one about the cats. He's the holy one for the cats. That was actually quite good. I enjoyed that. Queen Street, Central and Bay railway stations are in Cardiff.
Meatloaf, he gets upset when people put it as one word, apparently, says Frank. I'm so sorry, Meatloaf. Did I tell you about that? I must have said it on the stream before, about how he was called Marvin a day, isn't he? I saw it in the news that it said Meatloaf had changed his name legally, and I went, oh my god, he's actually changed his name legally to Meatloaf. No, he just called himself Mike. He's now called Mike a day. Right, anyway, number 5. The French singer known as Little Sparrow was Edith Piaf. Edith Piaf for number 5.
And Frozen's snowman was Olaf.
Olav. Can we get Mark to read out all the scores in his under voice, please? Oh yeah, I was going to do the under, weren't I, this week?
Oh, you were going to do it this week? You'll have to do it next week.
Do it on Friday.
On Friday, then.
Yeah. Less teams for me to mess up. Number 7. What was special about the fabric that Charles Macintosh invented? It was waterproof. That's where you get the name Macintosh from. A Mac. A waterproof Mac.
The emblem of Canada is, of course, the maple leaf.
If you put leaf, you get 1 point. because that's the bit that ends in F at least. Number 9, the 1986 film that involves a collector's Ferrari, a Chicago Cubs game, and a Rottweiler is Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Sweet Jesus, Quizmania. Says Simon. Crisps. They did the same with the IT Crowd. There's an unaired first episode of the US version with Joel McHale as Roy. Now, I like Joel McHale. It's a shame that got ruined. So, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Ruined. William Henry Pratt became the horror actor Boris Karloff.
Fewer teams to mess up. Pedantry as expected, said Charlie Grant. Whatever, Charlie Grant. Charles Grant. Pedant. At large. The reason I switched back to PC was because it turns out my Mac wasn't waterproof and they wouldn't refund me. What a way to end. 14 for Suzanne. Wowzers. Okay, so we're going to get your scores up in 4 minutes. Great round. 18, said Kathy. Kerno has 20.
Yes. If you do get to ask to sign any petitions regarding PRS for music, please do so. Go on, then I'll wait till it kicks in. They're bringing in a free license, which you have to apply for if you want to play live music over the internet. Once COVID is sorted, those licenses will not be free. The minimum is going to be $22.50 plus VAT. So if you decide you're a musician and you want to do a fundraiser for the NHS, so you from your home you do a bit of a fundraiser, you actually have to give £22.50 plus VAT to PRS for music. Now, if you're a PRS member, i.e. you've paid your £100 odd fee to be one of their members, you can claim some royalties back, but they will take an administration fee, and their administration fees are quite high. If you're not a PRS member, you don't see that money whatsoever, and nobody knows who it goes to. They've been doing this to grassroots music venues for years, and it's all going to come to a head in the next few months.
Yeah, also PRS are still charging venues even though they've not got any live music on because no one's in them.
MVT have put a silence to that. They're still trying it on, but they've put a silence to that. But essentially, nobody knows where this money goes to. They're charging the venues for the bands who are playing.
Blarina says, can't log into the sheet. Can someone please log out? Fully leave the app, please. As long as you put your score in, I will read them all out, so please don't stay in the app.
So they're charging venues for people who they're not going to pay royalties to. So who does that money go to? It's an extortion racket, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, they're making you pay money to perform your own music live from your own house.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. If you're paying your own music and you're not getting paid for your own music, who's it going to?
Yeah, you're not getting the royalties from it because you're not
for your
a member.
own music.
For your own music.
It's daft.
And they're a limited company. They're not actually a government body.
So you don't have to enforce it, do you?
Unfortunately, because of the way the law's been done, they can enforce it. They've sent bailiffs round to venues before.
Ridiculous. They used to do that for. I don't know if it's the law now, so don't take my word on it. But if someone tries to charge you for parking tickets and they're not a member of a council, you don't legally have to accept it, as far as I know.
The German question was taken out at some point. I'm not sure what it was, Hannah. I had 2 German questions in. One of them we changed over.
The German question about the Rottweiler.
No, it wasn't. No, that wasn't going to be the German question. I told Hannah there would be German questions in tonight, but obviously we swapped them at last minute.
I don't know what we swapped over.
Because I know one of them was the music one.
See you Friday.
The lyrics.
Peter Jones says, thought you were going to soapbox about the latest Old Shoreham Road bike lane plans. Please do not let us get started. Please do not.
You'll be seeing a video from me about that.
Thank you, Joan. You're very welcome. Right, I'm going to get the scores in order before it all turns into an absolute crap show. Right. Ooh, Bobby's Big Mike, who cheese carry frozen bits from Ian's house. Their suggestion for round was eggs. Love a good egg. Good tactical egg. Right.
Stop egging them on.
Okie dokie. Let's get those into order. Let's have a quick look. Sort the range.
I've just noticed Charlie's comment on the right.
The life works of Gilroy Flockheat. Ah, dear. Gilroy Flockhart. Couldn't believe it. Dear me. Right. No clue. 61 in all. Let's have a quick look. Not a clue. 60. I'll put it in there just as it is. 61 in all. Quickly sort that out.
Trevor, I don't think it's run its course at all. Thank you, Lisa, and your team for your donation. Thank you so much.
Right, let's have a quick look then. Scotch Cab it is. And let us unlock that, move it there, do that. So you can actually see the score. Oh! So you can actually see the score. There we go. I knew it. There we're not in the way. Okay, here we go. We've got Fran Indy 34, 51 for Dry Hella and the Thunderheads, 52 for Quidditch Queen, Cat's Whisker 57, 60 points for Bobby's Big Maiku Cheese Harry Frozen Bits, Hungry Hogs and Oski Servant, 61 for Not a Clue, 62 for 69 in Penguins, 63 for Charlie's Angels, 64 for Friends of Kilo, 65 for Monty Vitali and the Sloths, 66 for Imbil Royal Someone Gets Technical, 67 for Quizman and Her, 68 for the Misky Musketeers, the Inquisition, 69 for Two Quizzy Rascals and the Belgian Buns, 70 points for Gentleman's Relish, Fire Breathing Rubber Ducks and Top Gun, 72 points for Indoor Boaters and Jeebus and the Rainbow, 73 points for One Smart Fella, 74 for Colonel number 32 Close to York, 75 for Animal Angels and the Spectacled Bears, One Was a Wokingham, 76 points for Lonely Gangster, It's Sure to Have a Wash in Shoreham, Photo Finish, Not Actually, Cheesy D's, Charlie Lockdown Factory, Neighbours, Tommy plus 4, 77 points for Portrait for Gogga Midnight, Amigo plus 2, Smarty Bunch, One You plus 2, No Nothing's have 78 as well as Euroquiz at Harry, 79 points for the Cheeky Slags, Jamie's Giant Simpers 5 of 80, 81 points for Kirby Hill, Bev's Frank Brennings have 83, 85 points for Gucci Gucci Goo, Expandables have 86 points and are our winners tonight.
The piece of paper I actually held up there, but the pen ink is too thin, was Breathe.
I am breathing now. Simon Yates says, can Garth say under, please, before I go to bed?
Under.
And there you go, Simon.
Where are they going to sleep? Under the bed.
And breathe. Thank you very much, Amy. Thanks, guys, for the great quiz. Enjoy the rest of your days and see you Friday. Some Bev on Twitch. Thank you very much. Wait, is it the Grand National? That's my next job. I'm going for it. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I don't know if it's spelled right, says Sarah, about the German Rottweiler question. Yes. We had a German music question in, but we had took it out in space or something else and then forgot we didn't put that back in.
That will be next Monday.
Yes. Great quiz. We will be back, says Rosie. Thank you so much, Rosie, for joining us on your first quiz on a Monday. Very happy to have you.
We're back on Friday.
Thanks, guys. See you Monday, says Kathy Tomlinson.
And then we're back every Monday and Friday. Oh, no, it's not on that sheet, is it? Every Monday and Friday. At the end of the month, we have the Doctor Who quiz, which is Series 4, which is, if I'm not mistaken, the Donna Noble ones.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Donna Noble. And after that, we have the following Monday, we have the next Harry Potter. And 2 weeks after that, we have The Marble, which is the first 6 films, isn't it? Phase 1.
Phase 1 of the Marvel films. Thank you, Caroline. I hope you enjoyed your first one. It seems that you did. Jackie Cartwright says, great quiz, guys. Thanks. See you Friday. See you Friday, Jackie. Amina says, every week I think we've done better than and then I thought, and then you scroll up. Thank you, as always, for a great quiz anyway. I think you're well welcome. Roy says, thanks, guys, from Roy, Anita, Anna, Fleur, Alec and Mike. See you on Friday. We can't join Friday. Alex, can you do the felt ball scores next Monday, please?
You can always... Yes, he will. We can always look... if you're not coming to Friday, you can always look on the catch-up afterwards, because we do leave the videos up, so you can see how the felt balls were.
Yes. Actually, I'm not sure they saw my bailiff joke. Someone sent the bailiffs round. I was making a casserole. Can you say under again? And on a completely unrelated note, could you also say the word where?
We're.
Time. Thanks for another great quiz, guys, from Frank Halliday on YouTube. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you for the donations.
Frank the Brainiac.
They're starting to come in now. Has been a bit quiet.
Yes, I think we've had 11 donations so far, so thank you very much for that. If you do want to donate, even if you want to donate £1 or £2, it really does make a difference to us. It's paypal.me/quiz, actually.
We don't get offended by anyone giving us a quid.
No.
Seriously, we don't.
If you think what you just watched for an hour and a half is worth £1 or £2, then please do send it our way. Unter, says Hannesberger.
Unter. Oh, I might do that next time I do it. Unter.
Julie says, not sure they got it. Shall I try again?
Perhaps not.
Trevor says, a word that I'll never say. Go away. Whatever your name is. Cheesy movies through the ages from the Cheesy D's in Rochdale. Depends what your class is cheesy. I don't know what's going on with your casserole thing. Am I missing something?
Yes. They were talking about bailiffs and bayleafs.
Oh, good God. It wasn't
I sort of ignored it.
It wasn't worth you understanding it then, was it, really? Good grief. All right, guys, it's now 35 minutes past, which is an opportune time to love you and leave you. Yeah, we get it now, Bertie and Julia.
That was something to do with fire engines, wasn't it? Bay leaves.
Yep. All right, guys, thank you so much for playing. We are back on Friday for our pre-weekend quiz. Thank you to the new players. Thank you for donating. Have a lovely rest of your week. Stay safe, wear a mask, and most of all, be kind. Goodbye.